Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for Wednesday noon prayer. I have the privilege of being at our Windsor campus today. Love this place. I'm here with Pastor John and the team, and we are just calling you to prayer, and that's a big deal. If you've been watching social media, if you've been paying attention to Timberline websites, all three of our campuses, today's a day that we have really set aside for fasting and prayer. Those of you that can, would you join us and make this day a day of really seeking the Lord in behalf of our country? That's the emphasis that we are all about today. America needs a new presence and the presence of a mighty God. We are in the midst of some real tough times. Not only is it a presidential election, which creates all kinds of new challenges, we also have been facing COVID these last few months. And then we had the killing of George Floyd, which horrendous. And so today we're simply saying there's three things that we're asking you to do. The first one is to pray. We called you to prayer weeks ago when this first happened. But today, we're actually setting this day aside to fast and pray and to trust God as we move forward. Pray earnestly that God would prepare your heart, that He would open you up to where you are, what you believe, what you see, what you feel. Is there anything in you that needs to change? That's what I'm praying for me. The second thing we are really serious about is listening. I'm in several forums, task force groups right now, in our own community that is trying to listen, to hear the need of the injustice and the racism in our culture. Would you be someone first who would listen to God, but secondly, lay down your voice long enough to hear the voice of other people? And the third element is simply to be called to action. What is it that God wants you today to do? I was driving on a big interstate not too long ago, and there were 3 lanes. How many of you know what the right lane is? It's the slow lane. How many of you realize not everyone knows that? But that's supposed to be that lane. The middle lane for passing, for kind of average flow. The left lane is reserved for passing and moving on. If everyone drives in the right lane, the appropriate lane, traffic can move pretty well. But if you get someone pulling a big camper or a big truck or something in the fast lane, it gums everything up. That's very important when it comes to how you pray and how you act. Stay in the lane God has called you to stay in. Be the voice God's called you to be. I want to be in that lane that God has given me influence in, and I'm going to ask you to do the same. And that's not doing everything all the time for everybody. It's doing the things that God puts in your heart. I love you. I'm proud of you. I love praying with you. Let's make this a corporate day of prayer and fasting, and let's believe God can change the world. See you later.